Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi, I'm back. I misled you, unintentionally, yesterday, the day before, something like that. The PoE event is not Friday. It's tomorrow. So this will be my last go on Guild Wars for a bit. We'll add another monk. Alright, we are back at our number of people, and we're going to hit this again, not against the frickin' destroyers. Wish you would stop doing that. We are Sun Spears. Arash has defeated us. We are hungry and cold, and we are ready. We're trying it again. Hopefully this time we will have better luck. Corn and guard, capturing no, little recon, no. Wait, that was up at the top, wasn't it? Yeah, no. Corn a fool's luck, capturing Drake in a cage, herds to the slaughter, I think. No. Foolhardy father? No. Well, Jed, is this the part where we trust you? Capturing the signet. Where the shit is the quest? I don't even know where the fucking quest on this one is. Give me a second. Oh my god. Sometimes pain. Oh, that's all. Just gonna go with pain. Oh, didn't need that. Needed that. We did that one. Centaur Blackmail. Codenor Crossroads. That's the one we're supposed to be doing right now. I think. Is this the one that I am currently doing? No. I'm doing the one after that. Now it is up. Okay, now it has appeared. Jeez. Really, ArenaNet, that UI is awful. It's just dreadful. Good evening to whomever has joined me. What do we have to do here? Rescue Mirza Veldrunner from the Cornins, defeat Cornin Taskmasters to get cell keys and free additional Veldrunner centaurs. Alright, there doesn't... We're going to take care of these guys first. Cornin Seer, Oppressor, Priest. Everybody, kill the priest, please. So, tomorrow I'll be starting streaming early, but it will not be Guild Wars. Can I get through here? I don't know. Did I try to get through here previously? I think I did. Alright, here they come. Jed Shadowheart, we're not ready to storm the garrison. Well, these guys are coming anyway, whether we want them to or not, so... Priest! Priest! Some priest lit up some other place, some other planet. The tab targeting is absolutely driving me away from the game. The fact that it doesn't work in any logical fashion that I've been able to determine is just an incredible amount of suck. I mean, it simply does not work in any logical fashion. It is constantly targeting mobs that are not in my field of, not in the center of my field of view, and not the closest to me. It is often targeting things that are a far distance away and off of my screen entirely. So I have literally no idea as to what the hell they're targeting. That's a priest. Well, everybody kill the freaking priest. Are there two of them there? Do we have additional mobs? We have additional ads. This is awesome again. Oh, come on. Is there another priest up there? No. Are there two priests? Did we finally kill the priest the moment I stopped targeting the priest? That would figure. Again, there's another one here, and I can't target it by tab targeting. The tab targeting is using some algorithm unknown to me in 40 years of gaming. +40. My eagle died. I'm so sad. He's feeling better now. Let's see. Two things to salvage. Is he by himself? That's what we're going to find out. Looks like he's on his own. A cell key, good. So yesterday, we got one cell key and let one centaur out. But that was all we got. It was just one. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Mirza, I guess. I don't remember exactly where we died, but die we did. Alright, these guys are getting rather too close to where there might be more mobs. We would like them to path back out, so we'll give it a second. Oh, they appear to be coming our way. Okay, it targeted exactly who I expected it would target that time. Targeted the closest mob that was in the center of my field of view. That is exactly what I would expect. I also absolutely detest that there is no setting that makes all hostile characters' names and health bars show up. There is in PvP, but not in PvE. I'm going to look again because it just blows my mind that there isn't. Invert mouse, double tap forward, backward to flip, double click to attack or interact. Do not close windows, do not show tips, do not show skill tips, show text, skill floaters, show chat, show collapsed, show item rarity order, show phone names in missions, or... Jesus. I missed it. All right, that one's on me. I am a dope. Okay. Yeah. Lens is admitting he's a dope. I looked multiple times. I just couldn't find it. It was there. It was there the whole time. I'm just... Did I mention I'm a dope? I might have. We have one key. There's one. They don't have a priest. They have a priest. Let us hope that they do not aggro over here. It would make me unhappy. You wouldn't like me when I'm unhappy. Even I don't like me when I'm unhappy. Well, we did get additional aggro from another group. Isn't that grand? Everyone's still alive, so that's a plus. They do not have a priest. They do have a priest. He's all the way at the far end. Don't attack, you goobers. Not yet, anyway. And these guys have a priest. Kill the priest, please. Everyone, kill the priest. We want the priest dead. Thank you. So, tomorrow I'll be starting stream at approximately noon Pacific time for the new PoE event. And playing for a great deal of time. Hey, Fat Buddy, how you doing? I hope to be playing 6 or 8 hours tomorrow. awful lot of them. But no priests, at least. Home sick, sinus or strep, who knows? Oh, Never really had any sinus problems, but I have had more than my fair share of strep when I was a kid. I think I've had it in ages. But I was prone as a kid. At one point getting it like 3 or 4 times in as many months. I remember my doctor as a kid being really surprised that I could get it that many separate times. And apparently I'm quite the gifted patient. Spoiler, that's not a good thing. Well, I certainly hope you feel better. On the positive, if you want to feel worse, I will be streaming for a good part of the day tomorrow. Surgery is usually your thing, not sickness. Well, okay then. So, in other words, this qualifies as relative good news. I don't have a key to let this one out because I have not yet found a second key. Okay, I'm going to kill these guys right freaking now. The priest is gonna die. Everyone, kill the priest, please. Oh, and extras. Perfect. We're so lucky. Sinuses does not sound fun, though, if that was your option. I've had strep. And other than swallowing, that was never really particularly awful. You know, classic sore throat stuff. Gold coins, and a Cornin tunic. Personally, I'd rather wear a 3-neck, but, you know, I have so many jokes. All of them were bad. Oh, no. Ah, he should have a key. What the shit? No, we want... okay, this guy. We want this guy. He's gonna have a key. Where the hell did somebody come up behind us from? At least I think he's gonna. He did not drop a key, actually, in point of fact. I assumed because he had a name, he was going to drop a key, and we've got ads. Of course we do. That priest. Oh, 2 priests. We're fucked. Maybe not fucked, but we're not in a great place, that's for sure. Can we get the first one killed? Yes, we got one dead. Alright, now we can take on the other one. Not that. Everyone doing okay? Reasonably. Alright, I intercepted. Or interrupted, I should say. Where are you going, Mox? You idiot. Oh my god. My teammates are morons. A lot of people have said that something they would like to see in Guild Wars 2 is heroes and hirelings. Given how goddamn stupid they are, I'm not so sure I'm in entire agreement. Sounds like it should be a good idea. Alright, the Cornin Priest, there is just one. There can only be one. It's obstructed. Perfect. Awesome. No, it does not appear to be obstructed. Everybody, let's go. Well, we got him taken care of pretty quickly. That was pleasant. Is he going to drop a key? He did drop a key. So it appears the non-named Taskmaster dropped the keys? The Cornin Pendant. And a cell key. Which is, of course, the award that is given to the top rookie in the National Hockey League. The Cell Key Award. Seriously. Alright, that's 2. I am not a fan of the length of a fair number of the quests in this game. They are very long, and not in a good way. And it really, this is tedious kind of way. I have to say that my honeymoon period is over with Guild Wars 0. Guild Wars, the original flavor. I don't want to mix it up with that many at once. And there is a whole bunch at once. I'm assuming some of the Repathers, the elites, are manning the bridge. We'll give them a minute to separate. Or for these ones to come and attack us. Either way. We want the priest. Thank you. Everybody hit the priest. Hit him really, really hard. There are 2 of them. Did we get the first one? I think we did. Yay! Let's hear it for the first one being dead. We appreciate his donation by dying. Bolts of Cloth. We're rich, guys. We're rich. Not really. Kill the elite guards. Kill the elite guards. Kill the wabbit. That is an old guy cartoon musical reference. I don't need my NPCs saying stupid, banal things and covering up the ground clutter. Thank you. Midgets. This is a way out. Or in, I suppose. They do have a priest. That is correct. Elmer Fudd is the correct answer. In the classic Warner Brothers cartoon, What's Opera Doc? I will back up now. Oh, we have a Taskmaster. Yay, a Taskmaster. Recently there was a thread on Reddit celebrating Tom and Jerry, and I chose not to engage because all I would do is upset people. Tom and Jerry was never funny. Is that a controversial point of view, that it was never funny? Compared to Warner Brothers stuff? Let's see, so we've got 3 left. We have a key. This batch gotta go. They do have a priest. Everybody follow me and kill the goddamn priest first. Something hit the priest pretty hard. Priest, please stop running the freak away. Thank you. Everybody back over here, please. You may commence killing these people. Just want to make sure that we're not accidentally going to pull any extras. And by we, I mean my idiots. We have more coming. It'd be nice if we could finish off this group before the next group aggroes, because I'm certain they're going to. Give everyone a chance to regain their equanimity and fire. They do not have a priest. Let's hear it for not having a priest. Them not having a priest, at least. I mean, even as a little kid, I never watched Tom and Jerry. It just seemed so bad. Also, I feel it is necessary for someone to say it. Fuck Jerry. That mouse is just an asshole. An absolute asshole. Tom's just trying to be a cat. Not his fault. He's a cat. He's programmed to do the chase the mouse thing. But Jerry is just a dick. Kill the spear. Or I guess the elites. Either way. At work they have no idea what I say. I'm a chicken hawk. Well, you got to be careful with that because chicken hawk has a very, very different meaning now. They don't know foghorn from leghorn. Yeah, I'm a chicken hawk. We'll free this guy. Alright, we have 3 more cells. We have 1 key. Presumably, the other keys will come. Whoops, there's a mob. No, not that way. Alright. I misunderstood. Yes, that way, the way I'm going. At least Chicken Hawk used to have a very, very different meaning. In addition to the Warner Brothers one. Priest. Kill the priest. And we do have a Taskmaster, so we should get another key. I don't remember the name of the little guy talking about being a chicken hawk. We did not get a key. Oh, we did get a key. We got a key. Henry. Ah, that does make sense. But so many people were talking about how awesome Tom and Jerry was. And I don't understand. I mean, most things that people like, well, are relatively new things, and I'm an old man, so me not understanding why they like it is completely understandable that I don't understand. Wait, what? Anyway. It is not surprising that I do not understand that. But Tom and Jerry, I mean, that was designed for kids, and I didn't like it when I was a kid. I admit I still have a soft spot for Daffy. You know, Bugs always won. I think that's kind of why I like Daffy. Sometimes Daffy lost. Oh, I was never a fan of Hanna-Barbera either. I just never found it interesting or funny. But that one I can understand more that there were people who did find it interesting and funny. Tom and Jerry, not so much. Well, the Smurfs... By the time the Smurfs were around, yeah, I was no longer a child. If truly I ever was. I was always mature for my age. There you go. Proof. You don't often get proof positive when someone says that they were very mature for their age. But in this case, yeah, we did. Got a couple of cell locks. We have 2 keys? I don't recall if we have 2 keys. That's a lot of dudes. They have 1 priest. The priest has got to die first. All right, let's see if we can manage this without biting off more than we can chew. If you'll pardon my egregious use of a cliche. Well, we got the priest very quickly. That's a good start. I was scarred for life when I was a kid. There was a show I really, really liked, but it was on at 10 p.m., so I couldn't see it. But one time, there was a Friday holiday, and so I was going to get to watch, and it was preempted for something. And I just bitterly remember not being able to watch the original Mission Impossible. Before Mr. Phelps joined the show. I think that was the 2nd season of Mission Impossible, was when he joined the show. The lead actor was Jewish, and the show required him to work on the Sabbath, and so he left the show. I think that was the story. Later on, he was in Law and Order, he was the lead DA, and so he would have very small roles in episodes. So he didn't have to work on the Sabbath. All right, do I have 2 keys? I think I have 2 keys. But they're quest items, so it's hard to know for sure. Maybe, maybe not. No. All right, we need 2 more keys. But that's an example of a show I really, really liked as a kid. And, well, you can tell that if I was not allowed to stay up past 10, you can probably guess how old I was. I'm guessing like 8, something like that. And one of my favorite shows was Mission Impossible, because they had all these cool missions that were impossible. All right, we now have another cell key. We'll get these. This will be the last, I believe, of the sort of extra cells, the external cells. And then we have the last of the guys we need to get. Bonus for defeating the cruel taskmasters. They're the only ones that have the keys, so of course I have to defeat them. I have 2 cruel taskmasters remaining. Defeat Overseer Baktek and Overseer Haube. Okay. Now we'll see if we've wasted our entire time up to here and we die and have to start over again. In which case, I won't be doing more of that. I will not be doing this quest in my effort to reach level 20. I will do other quests. Let's see. Wrong. Right. So he's in there, behind the walls. I don't remember where it was we died yesterday. They do not have a priest that I can see. Are they going to fetch more, or are they running around the long way? I'm hoping for running around the long way. They have chosen to run around the long way, or run over and talk to where there is no people. I'm going to try and hunt them down and kill them, because them coming back at an inopportune time would be inopportune. Are they still running away? They are still running away. I don't know where they're running. They've stopped. It's like they're going, those guys we went to get, yeah, they're not here. They're dead. They're rotting corpses. Oh, that guy's brave. His final words were, "Stand your ground." Try to be watching some of the old favorites, and they just don't hit the same. Dukes of Hazzard and Emergency. I imagine I could handle watching Emergency. I wouldn't, particularly care for it, but I never liked the Dukes of Hazzard. Most especially, it wasn't the Hazard Boys. I despised the characters of Boss Hogg and his lick-spittle minion, because they were so cliche and dumb. Being cliche and smart, I would have been fine with. Being dumb and not cliche, probably would have been okay with, but they were both at the same time, and that just was not my... That's a lot of guys. Fuck me. Has a lot to do with your 3 hours from Hazard, Kentucky. Yeah, that could be. Actually, I want all you guys to stay right here while I pull. Everybody else over here, including the bird. Oh, my eagle is dead, and my eagle has helped pull everybody. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, it looks like it. Doesn't look like everyone's dying, though, which is what I kind of would have expected. Alright, priest. Priest. Everybody kill the priest, please. Why is everybody not killing the goddamn priest like I tell them to? Seriously, what in the shit? Okay, how about we try everybody comes over here? That worked a little bit better, okay. Alright, now can you guys kill the priest? Since you're such blithering idiots. Hey, what do you know? They can. Guild Wars is going okay. But the rough edges are taking more and more of my fun away from me. But certainly it has been a good, enjoyable ride to this point. Why, everyone, please? It is definitely one with a strong community. There is one more overseer. And we kill the priest. Everyone kill the priest. It has a very loyal player base, and they have been quite kind to me. Oh, 2 overseers. They've been generous with their advice and given me stuff too. So, working on another Guam character. I am envious. I believe I am 0 out of, is it 40 odd for Guam? I'm trying to get my first character to 20 right now. We have succeeded. This quest was too big and took too long.
Come with you. Why should we trust you? You didn't share your plan with us until it was almost too late. I feared you would flee if I told you too soon, Two Legs. You are made of sterner stuff than I had thought. My friends and I risked capture for you, and you still use that Two Legs talk. Of course. I'm sorry if I've offended you. I shall trust you fully if you
got a few Guams. You also have, yeah, well, you're not going to get a Guam without a shitload of hours in the game.
You lead. I shall follow.
I've tried the game. Oh, Jed, you're going to pay for that. 14 days played is still a lot of time. If it's 14 days working with, you know, time locks and stuff played, that's a lot of game time. 300 hours, give or take.
We thought you would want them alive, War Marshal.
You were mistaken, Captain. Hunger?
Look, I hope you're having a nice red wine with that.
Perish. The captain was just doing his duty.
As I do mine, General Morgan.
Yes, but such discipline will soon leave us without soldiers at all.
You are right, Morgan. I apologize for my impulsive response. Now is the time for clear thinking. General Bale.
War Marshal.
Take the hunger and whatever forces you need. I want these sun spears dead.
Your words are my deeds, War Marshal.
You are a good soldier, Bale. I would expect no less.
Ching! 1 out of 3 cruel taskmasters. I killed all the cruel taskmasters. That's cockadoodie poopy. Gotta say. Alright, we're back in the sanctuary, and to whom do we talk to get our XP out of that? Anyone? I think we got it, actually. And we need to salvage. Bloop. I know at the record without played time. Recently he stopped streaming and didn't really have time, which is why he went /age for record proof. Well, I mean, I was surprised I had as much age as I did in the game, because I've tried previously, I think 7 times I've tried and bounced off the game somewhere between level 4 and like 8. Yeah, my age was is now 42 hours across the past 236 months. Is that the launch? 240 months would be 20 years. March, April. Yeah, that's about at the launch. I guess I did play at, if not at the launch, close to the launch. Where's my box? Where's my box? All right. And we'll just start dropping these off in here. Oh, that needs to go in material storage. I'll pry these apart later. That also needs to go into material storage. Oh, a new die. Well, we'll go ahead and, for later, put that there. We need to sell and sell. All right. We'll now run to a merchant and sell, sell, sell. 32,000. Yeah, that's what I said. When I was talking about a loyal player base, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That is, well, that would be 16 years at a full-time job, give or take. I mean, my numbers are nuts across all of my games, as you'd expect. A guy as old as me who's been playing computer games since he bought a computer in 1980. But the most I have that I'm aware of is like 6K in World of Warcraft. And that 6K, that's my main characters on my main server. So it's probably 7K. And then another more than 5,500 in Latro and over 5,000 in Guild Wars 2. But that's a grand total of about half of what you have in Guild Wars. Yeah, I was in WoW from the first open beta. I wasn't interested in the game. Didn't like it. Looked too cartoony. Then I played it. And the game polish was so much better than any other, certainly MMO around. It wasn't even close. We must investigate this. Going to WoW when they announced the death of Guild Wars 1. Let's see what I'll be interested to see what they announced for the 20-year anniversary for Guild Wars. Went back to Guild Wars in 2011 because they overhauled a lot. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't expect a big overhaul, but I would be stunned if they didn't have some cool stuff for the 20th. We must investigate this. Mysterious message. All right, give me just a sec here. Flashbang. Want them to sell the bonus items? Understandable. All right, we finished Kotonor Crossroads. Next up is Mysterious Message. All right. I need to travel to the rendezvous point. Rendezvous? Take all the pre-order regional and packs and sell them for like $5 a pack or some shit. Yeah, I can completely understand why you would want that. I don't think they've ever made any of the collector's edition WoW stuff for the very first, for the launch. I don't think they've ever made that available any other way. And I know for a fact people would dish out bucks for a Zergling pet, a Panda pet, there may be another one, and a Diablo pet, which were the three choices you had. And now those are unlocked across the entire account. Alex were shafted last anniversary event when they brought anniversary skills. Let's see, we're headed to Jahai, right? We're headed to Jahai. Let's see. Wrong button. Right button. So I need another, what, about 125k? No. Complete terrible mathematics there, I think. Another 6,700 XP. I'm not sure I can get that tonight. What are most of your Guild Wars hours in? Which character class? Or I should say professions. Combo platter. Which combo platter is your most played? Warrior? Bugs. We're looking for bugs. How far do we have to go? Yeah, I have all the campaigns. Warrior and Ellie are your two mains, but you put way more time into Warrior. A monument to the defeat of Palawa Joko. You can easily get that level in factions. That's true. I haven't done much in any of the other things other than the Eye of the North. And I did that on a recommendation of a guide to get Ogden and
That's
Gwen.
nothing news. Everyone's in great danger these days.
Especially you, it seems.
With great danger comes great profit.
You play a dangerous game.
Well, this one's, I think, 2,500 XP,
Don't,
so
Hunter?
in the same ballpark.
I realize that the stakes here are higher than mere money.
What could be more important than
It'll depend on how long these quests are. These are the main storyline quests, so those vary from very, very brief to
fine by
quite
me,
extended.
as long as they're able to pay?
I fear that they will pay most dearly.
Monument to the defeat of Palawa Joko. Master of Whispers, though my contacts among the Corsairs, I have found passage to the fortress of Jahai that will take you to Vabi. However, it is guarded by a demonic creature that must be destroyed. Of course it is. Started character yesterday. 29 hours is a play. 29 hours you started yesterday. Meth. Not even once. Just kidding. Beat up to LA, finished factions, working on finishing I tonight, and finish up prophecies. Monument. This monument commemorates the defeat of Palawa Joko at the Battle of Jahai. Praise Joko! Sorry. Wrong audience. The master has spoken and it's time to make a choice. Well, that's 2,500. See, that's what I mean about the fast ones. If they're fast ones, I can get it done easily. Or if you're Aurene and making dinner, braise Joko. Because a really nicely braised Joko would be just delicious. Alright, what is this quest? Mysterious Nightfall quest. Okay, I can just finish that one. I have two choices, right? For a price or Secrets of in the Shadow. Let me take a quick look at both of these. For a price, Secrets in the Shadow. No. Oh. Neither active or completed is required. Okay. Meet Magrid, collect the map. Strong Arm, Shifty Lem. That seems pretty quick. Meet with Deja, Master of Whispers, to support minions of the Earth. 3 groups. Gotta say, For a price sounds faster. Dance for Abaddon? I'm fine with that. I have, in Guild Wars 2, I have the Abaddon mask. It was one of the first things that I ever actually paid gems for. Your most played profession would be Paragon with 4,800 hours. I have more hours than that in across my almost 50 Guild Wars 2 characters. Oh, Abaddon doesn't like dancers? Well then. Well, if he doesn't dance, then he's no friend of mine. Thank you. That's an old guy music reference. Ah, he dances. He serves people, yes, as meals, I presume. Cormyr would do this for us. Oh, God. All right, we're going to do that. Where are we going now? For a price. Margaret Slide, High Bluff. Magrid. Sorry, Magrid, not Margaret. Name is not Margaret, as far as I know. Right, what? Know where Cormyr is to help me get her out for a price. Also need something in Gandara. So here's my proposition. You'll help me find a map of Gandara so we can get what we want. We let the Master of Whispers deal with the drought himself. We have a deal. Go find the unlucky Simon. Back in the day, there was always a dancing troll to wipe the party. It says we have to be on the Marga Coast. That's not the Marga Coast. We will go, I guess, from the Sanctuary. We still have everybody. We do. Should be over there. No. Down that way. Which way? Every which way but loose? That's an old guy movie reference. That's a really old guy movie reference. Mark a coast. It looked fast. So what are we at? Oh, wrong button. Right button. 4,240 more XP. 2 quests like this, and I will crack 20. Just in, well, the relative nick of time. As I was mistaken in what I was saying yesterday. No, it's much closer to Yolan Haven. All right. The Path of Exile League is not on Friday, or the new, I should say, Path of Exile event, it's not really a league, is not on Friday like I thought. It's tomorrow. And so I will be playing that tomorrow, and I will start streaming early at about noon Pacific, as soon as I can get in. They have a big special event starting tomorrow. After basically ignoring the game for the last almost 9 months, because they moved everyone to work on PoE 2, the complaints, the loud, continuing complaints from the PoE 1 streamer base in particular, convinced them that maybe they ought to throw a couple of workers onto the product that made them who they are for a couple of weeks, and so we get a new event. Looks like a really fun one. If you played PoE after they brought out Ascensions, your old Ascensions are gone for this event. There are 19 new Ascensions. Yeah, it is tomorrow, not Friday. Tomorrow at noon it starts. I need to kill insects, okay? Took you long enough. Let's find Unlucky Simon. You better have the map I need or he's a dead man. I had assumed it was Friday. It's not. It is tomorrow. So I re-downloaded PoE 1. Bugs, Mr. Rico. I updated my path of building, and I've spent much of my earlier part of today going over builds and trying to figure out what to play. To be frank, usually you'd want that stuff to happen on Fridays because weekend. Yeah, well, they certainly, that's why they always have chosen to do the big league launches. But this is technically, it's not a league. It's an event. And historically, they have done events on other days. But generally, yes, I would agree. That's why they normally go with Fridays. And that's why I assumed it was Friday. I didn't take a good close look at the actual date because I assumed it was, I knew about Friday, so it must be Friday. No, it's not. Come on. I am looking at Lightning Strike, which was one of the strongest, if not the strongest build in the first iteration of this league, because it is just a redo of the previous league, the Settlers of Kalgur. But instead of whichever it was, whichever ascendancy class it was, now it is Blind Prophet. So Lightning Strike, Blind Prophet ascendancy. That's an unhealthy number of mobs. So needless to say, the Guild Wars 1 community, especially the streamer community, is very pleased that not only do we actually have a reason to log back in and play and have some fun, but we've got something wacky and fun to play with, too. Alright, digested boots, gold and gold. Bust up the boots. I guess they were half digested, weren't they? Lots of Corsairs over there. Do I have to kill them all? I'm thinking probably. What do I have to do? Strong arm Shifty Limb until he gives up the map. Well, where the fuck is Shifty Limb? Alright, Neoli the Contagious. Something's healing him. I don't know if it's either of the other critters, but we'll kill them first, just in case it is. And now, hopefully, we can kill... Oh, we did get aggro from behind. Charming! When I say charming, I don't mean it. Vec. Could we kill this individual first, please? The dude who's named Contagious? Because that might be, you know, bad. We're dying. We are dying. We killed him. Okay. Nope. Ogden needs to be rezzed right freaking now. Okay, he's rezzed. should have interrupted that one. Curses foiled again. Alright, another one down. Alright, a couple of my friends got downed, but we should be good to go here. There's only a couple of them left. I don't like the Windmaster's odds against us. Haven't used regular heroes in a while either. Ever since perks were a thing. Got to admit, don't think I know what perks are. Off the top of my head. Oh my god, we gotta go all the way over there. So much for me thinking this was a quick one. Oh, mercs. Them I am aware are a thing. Now, the guide I read suggested that Ogden and Gwen were the way to go, especially early, and certainly early they were. They were absolutely bazookaing things. More half-digested boots. Half-digested boot is my favorite flavor. I have a couple of hirelings. I'm going to go out on a crazy limb and assume those are different. 7-hero beginner team off PVX Wiki. Where are you guys running away to? Oh, never mind. You kill the guys who pop out of the ground. Their judgment is suspect, so we will, murder them. Yeah, murder. Murder is good. Murdered by Pirates is good. Old guy movie reference. Not that old guy a movie reference, though, I've got to say. If you get mercs, then 7-hero merc. Mesmer Way is the best team available. My understanding is Mesmers are definitely very strong in the NPC teammates category. Let's see if we can get another bounty because, well, more XP, more Sun Spear points. Not going to complain. Yep. Okay, they decided they are going to come. They're not going to come. Those are like the big critters, right? Oh, those are scales. Oh, well, scales. Come on. They won't last long. Paraway? You want Paraway back? What's a Paraway? Ah, Paragons. Well, now that this quest is going to take some length of time, I'm again not entirely sanguine about my odds of cracking 60 before the end of the evening. Gold coins, and gold coins. I like gold coins, and I cannot lie. Beetle Queen and friends. And do we have more friends coming over to join us? Yes, we do. How lucky of us. And another Beetle Queen. We're just lucky as all get out. It's possible she may have chosen the wrong group of adventurers to mess with. I don't want to judge. She chose the wrong group. Are unkillable Orobots still a thing in PoE? Not as much as they used to be. There are some extremely powerful, extremely rare items that can make you all but, if not unkillable. Those do exist. I don't recognize Tinto. But a couple of the player-designed items have turned out to be, well, God tier. Not to put too fine a point on it. And now they're going to join us. Excellent. But to get to those, you would either have to buy them in a trade league for an extraordinary amount of orbs, or you would have to be doing endgame grinding at the very bleeding edge of endgame. So the straightforward Orobotting that used to be a thing, I don't think is anywhere near as much as it used to be. But there are single-player substitutes at the very high end of stuff having, if that's a word. Yeah, it looks we'll go around this way. That, in essence, Quinn manages to get ridiculous characters that are nearly unkillable in solo self-found. Time. Knowing the game and time is the key to getting ridiculous gear in solo self-found. Because you'll see Steel Mage and Ben and Zizaran do the same thing. Quinn does no damage. The other guys do a lot of damage. Although, when they're playing hardcore, generally, they're a lot less careless. Yeah, Ziz and Steel do damage, and Ben is willing to take more risks because he has successfully, in the past, won races and whatnot after dying and creating a second character and doing it again. He's an alien. Ben, he used to be called Darky or Lighty. And he was also a member of one of the two best World of Warcraft raiding guilds. The guys who do the race to world first every time there's a new raid. He was on Liquid. And so he won. They go back and forth. There's two guilds that have been going back and forth for, I don't know, the last 6 years or something. And he was a member of that team. So he is one of the top 40 WoW players in the world, because that's 40 people. And right now, the best in the world at PoE. Main PoE people know are Quinn, Mathel, Steel, Ziz, and Tai Tai. Yep. I have 4 of those 5. Actually, I don't know if I follow Tai Tai. I don't follow Quinn. His chat reduces my IQ just by its existing. Mathel is my most watched streamer overall. And I watched a shitload of Ziz and Steel as well. I've not watched that much Tai Tai. You follow Quinn strictly for his chat. I know people who watch Quinn not for his chat, but for his interactions with chat. When chat gets his dander up. I haven't been watching much of the WoW stuff. I do enjoy the Race to World First when that's on. Because there's just something about watching guys who are slam dunk the best in the world at anything. That even if I don't understand the fights, and most of the time I don't, Well, that's not completely true. If I watch them wipe 150 times on a fight, I start to learn the fight. But watching guys who are that good, and the liquid guys have a blast. They're always cutting up and laughing. So it makes them really entertaining to watch because most of the time they're just having a blast. Okay, here it is the map. Do I have to like see Margaret the Sly for my reward? Margaret is right here. Yeah, I watched the Method races too. Method is now rapidly catching up to Echo and Liquid. They are a clear, I think, a clear third best in the world right now. Now, Method hasn't been rank 1 for a while. They had a very unpleasant controversy with one of their members, a guy who's a great healer, but he had been basically grooming. Show the map of Gundar to the Jack of in Pogame Passage. Is that on this map? It is not. It's way down there. Okay. Guess we're off to that. So a lot of Methods players left. Sko, the guy in charge of the guild, has been rebuilding it for years, and it is now very nearly up with the other two. Most of the best players from Method are on Echo now. Of course, both teams have changed a lot of people, but basically the core of Method became Echo. It would be interesting to see a third team, because Echo and Liquid have been going back and forth for like the last dozen raids. Also, a couple of the Chinese guilds are coming. And there are a couple of guys who make the leaders lists, despite the fact that they have a very limited player base and they don't do the kind of prep as the other guys. Those guys, Fat Shark, yes. Those guys are amazing that they manage to be competitive without being full-time professional players. Also, Fat Shark, yes. It's just a killer name. We've got a long way to go. Only Fang, raid wipes. The whole thing, that just turned really personality driven very, very fast. I was watching Datmods was playing a lot of Only Fangs when it launched. And I was watching him do a fair amount of play. But it just turned into just kind of really unpleasant personality contest. What the hell happened to two of my characters? Oh, we're so dead. We are beyond dead. We are dead. Whatever comes next after dead, that's us. Can I res Gwen? I will try. I don't think it's going to matter, but I did try. I'm now down. Okay, that's my first death tonight. Yeah, I can't. This is. I did get Gwen up. It looks like, but no, we're dead. We're dead. Hi guys, how's everyone feeling? Still feeling positive about our vibe for this? Well, it didn't help that there were like 3 of them, and then 6 of them, and then 150 of them. I am almost level 20. I'm very, very close. I am 126 XP away. I may not even have to finish this quest. Still, that is just... what was up with all of those things coming at once? How much XP are these guys giving me each? 19 XP. We're so close. 69 more XP. Everyone say it with me. Nice. Had a bit of an overpull on a pre-Suring character recently. The fire imp of another character pulled a second group. Was the first death on that character. Oh, ooh, how do you have to get 20 to get the survivor title? That's the exact same level, although a lot more work in this game, as Lord of the Rings Online to get the Undying title. Now, Lord of the Rings Online, in, I'm not sure, alpha or beta, you had to get to level 50 to get to that title. There was a title every 10 levels. But they realized during the beta that basically players stopped playing, started doing only safe things, because they didn't want to take the chance of losing the title. And so they changed it to be, I think it's like 5, 10, 13, 17, and 20 or something like that for the title. Better to just cheese it in the Gate of Madness. Yeah, that's what, and that's exactly why in Lord of the Rings Online they changed it. Is they didn't want people to cheese their way through, 50 levels of their game. By the way, ding 20! You can touch my arm. Go ahead, touch my arm. Thank you, Fat Body. 1337,500 for LS, and level 60-ish is about 371,000. That's a lot. I don't think I'm getting through there, which means I have to fight these guys. Assuming your skill points are correct. I'm certain they're fine. Well, I am surprised I made it to 20, but pleased. By pre, I assume you mean the pre-Suring? I got a twin hammer. If I had a twin hammer, I'd twin hammer in the morning? Most of my characters were done in the pre-Suring. But it's certainly possible that that's one of the reasons why none of them ever got any higher than like level 8. Go up to that level, the XP requirements per level would increase as well. But definitely the most popular lately. Well, I know a lot of people like to have capped the character in pre-Suring. There are so many frickin' critters out here. It's pre stems from getting the LDOA daily quests. Don't know the quests, but like I said, I didn't do that much in pre-Suring. For me, it was always a couple of things. The quality of life stuff, some of which I found workarounds to, but still some of it bites me in the ass in this game. the knowledge sort of floor and ceiling. The ceiling is very high, and the knowledge ceiling or knowledge floor is pretty low. So you come in at a pretty low level, but there's a pretty significant curve to sort of play intelligently. Hi, guys. I wouldn't say I quit it. I do tend to get distracted. That's 100 chats today. Thank you, guys. I think the most impressive thing you've seen are two streamers that are going for solo Guam. One is an Ellie and one is a Mesmer. That's an enormous... You still stay a fan? Thank you. No, I understand there are some people who are interested in a specific game or games. And because I bounce around a lot of those people are not going to stick around. I understand. That's a me thing. That's not a them thing. It is a completely understandable thing for people, who are mostly interested in watching a game or specific games. There are... Holy shit. Finally, an Iboga petal. I've hit level 20. That's first one I have gotten. I need, I think, 2 for the recipe. I've killed, I don't know how many hundreds of Ibogas. Gonna go now and see if you can find Subnautica lives, but you're gonna stay, because why not? Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I completely understand why you would want to bail. So I can't blame you at all. There are streamers I watch, but I have no interest in some of the games they play, and I don't watch them when they're playing a game I have no interest in. There's a quest I got on like day 1 for recipes. And the first 2 recipes were easy, but the last recipe required Iboga petals. And I've killed dozens and dozens and dozens of Ibogas. Never got a petal until just then. We should kill those. Mod Tea Dark Flower. I think that one had an aura. It did. It doesn't have any ranger or monk skills. That's only the second time I've had a use for my Signet of Capture, and I'm 0 for 2. I have a quest to use it successfully. Thing is, when playing with heroes or henchmen in Guild Wars 1, the loot and gold you get is still shared, right, between those heroes and henches. So you see some enemies drop much less loot compared to if you had a full human team, or compared to if you were playing completely solo. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I did know that it was split. I don't suppose I can go swimming here. I know I can't swim. Less loot drops with more players, you believe? Oh, I can actually cross here? Well, that's unexpected. It's like farming to a single spot will reduce loot due to the anti-farm code. I watched a video that someone did. I was given by someone who obviously had a great deal of time and loot in the game. I was given a staff, firebrand staff, and so I was curious. Somebody else in the chat said, "Wow, you gave him a firebrand staff? That's awesome." And he went, "Oh, you want one too?" So he gave away 2 firebrand staffs, one to me and one to another viewer. So I looked them up afterwards, and I saw a guy who farmed for the firebrand staff. He got his first drop. He went to some place, I don't know, where he was fighting like a half a dozen, 6 or 8 mobs, and then stepping out of the instance into the map, out of the map, back into the map to respawn. And it took him, I think, 200 or 300 to get his first drop of the firebrand staff, and a total of 2,000 before he got his second staff. No priest, no priest. And they're coming in too fast. Mox, don't go in. Stay out here. Make them come to us. Thank you, Mox. Mox? Mox, would you please? What are you going to do? Golems, you know? They have a priest. I don't see one. A jeweled chalice. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true. The vessel with the pestle. And the chalice from the palace. That's a really, really, really old guy reference. I've only had one person ever get that reference when I've made it in the past. Break that one up. Spore, a boga petal we want to keep. Gloop right there. More coins. Where are we going? I love running around in enemy castles. That's always a good idea, don't you know? So far, we've managed to not get any aggro from additional mobs. That's a plus. No, I lied to you. Didn't know it. We have gotten additional mobs because, of course, we have. Everyone back here with me. It's like herding cats. Having died earlier, I can't necessarily agree with never enough mobs. And when you started playing Guild Wars again, just wanted to hunt some char in pre-searing, and the first thing you got was a weapon mod with increased damage against char. Probably the most valuable thing you can drop in pre. Yeah, that does seem like that would be a good one. That's something I don't obviously have any kind of reasonable grasp on, which is the larger economy in the game. We fought all the way across to the Pogon Passage. Char bags? I would assume that they would resent having their bags removed. I know I would. And I believe they prefer the phrase spayed or neutered. Isn't this where we gotta go? I think it's where we gotta go. It's where we gotta go. We're going. Here we go. I mean, I saw... I know the base economy is ectos and something I think that can be cashed in for 50 ectos. Begins with an A. And I can't remember the value. I think it was like 10A or something like that for the Firebrand staff. Yeah, other than ecto is cheap as shit now. Whatever A stands for, arms. I can't remember what it was. It's like worth like I think like 50 ectos. But that's my memory and is not reliable in almost any way at any time. The brain is going, guys. Stay young. 50 ecto sounds like right from what you heard. Yeah, so I think that's what the A is. It's arms, maybe? Something like that. Did we get we got a town here from Gems and Domain of Anguish. Arm braces. Yeah, that sounds right. Currently at 50, but they were like 160 a year ago. So Firebrands can go for as low as 3A. Gotcha. Regardless, it was a valuable gift and I was grateful. And also I was given, I can't remember if it was by him or by another player. I think it was by him. I was given the bow of the Kinslayer. And needless to say, that that really sped up the early leveling, shall we say. I speak only truths. Listen closely. I'll tell you exactly what you want to hear. No, me, no Cormyr. That's quite the map. Shows about everything in Gandara. I see Margaret is after Lady Glaive's diadem. That's ambitious, but you won't ever get near it wearing those outfits. They've got the perfect plan. A small Cornin squad patrols outside Gandara, just south of here. If you're careful, you might be able to overpower the guards and steal their armor. That would be the perfect disguise. Just leveled in factions. Black die still valuable? I would expect if it's any kind of rarity, yeah. In pre-stirring, since there's no ectos, they use black dice instead, which are currently at 15 to 18,000 each. And those char weapon mods go up to 80 these days. Gamers will find a way, you know. They will find an economic value that they can all more or less agree on. Granite slabs. Wood planks. Tanned hide squares. Twin hammer. Let's at least give it a look. Double adrenaline gain to the pain. Well, that's a reference that I understand. Ooh, I understood that reference. Princess Bride. mean, in post-searing, they go for like 2K or so, but in pre, those are much more expensive. Used to be not available. Dang, I don't have a black die. No, I actually didn't expect that I would at all. Almost out of them. Oh. Bloop. Bloop. What the hell's a corn and coin for? Do I have... Did I bank those? Yeah, I did. I now have 2 corn and coins. Sell those things. Remember seeing the post, the reaction seems split. Well, there's always going to be, in any sort of significant change, there are always going to be those who don't want anything to change, and then there are going to be those who love the change. I need another salvage kit. We'll go ahead with a regular for now, as we're using one of the better ones later. Not sure where we're off to next. Gandara, the Moon Fortress. Bought a whole sack of black dice when they were at 5K. Yep. Like an awful lot of in-game speculation, you can make complete and utter bank. Or not. You can also get completely and utterly screwed. And white die released at like 58K. Oh, good, there's a way up. Pre-searing was banging in those days because white die was significantly more common. I got one of them. I think I got the black, the Abyss Black, very, very early in Guild Wars 2, like in the first couple of days. Before the market was working. And so I had no idea what the value might be. I have no idea what the value was at the time. There was no value because you couldn't sell it. So eventually I just said screw it and glommed it. That's an awful lot of bad guys. Glad you made it. Now let's see if Jack was right about this Croonin patrol. I assume an elder crocodile? All right, now I am down. I want an elder crocodile. I would like one elder crocodile, please. Don't know why a horde of a lot of things. Yeah. Not just speculation, just wanted to have like 200 of every single die. Now that makes perfect sense to me. As a dyed in the wool, pardon the phrase dyed in the wool. Altor. Yeah. Lots of dies. Fashion Wars is still in existence at full power in Guild Wars 2. All right, who's healing? Thank you. It'd be nice to have expanding the material storage chests for dies and such. I can certainly understand that, yeah. And that's one of the advantage 2 has, is, you know. In 2, once you learn a die, you know it across the account. Well, certainly I think it's okay, given my possibly, well, not in comparison, but by most normal standards, a ludicrous amount of work in it. Time in it. Well, we murdered them all. I hope they don't mind we have blood on our outfits. Only issue is content you want to do is practically dead, and endgame content is too sweaty and toxic, which is the main reason you're still playing Guild Wars 1 so much. And again, in Guild Wars 2, you can't see shit with all the all AE circles and effects everywhere. That is certainly true. I do wish it's not the first game where I wish they had a checkbox or a pop-up with the setting labeled "Tone it the fuck down." The first time I put it in exactly those words were when I got into the beta for in Guild Wars 2. Yeah, it's terrible.
Going to work?
No.
Didn't
Addition of spears.
Didn't work.
They added
Okay, then.
spears
Try to
in Janther Wilds, and a lot of the spear sets are awesome. For various classes. The skills are awesome, but
Sir, they were
the visuals, some of them are amazingly well done and utterly cover over telltales on the ground.
Keep your wits about you, and you'll keep your heads. Carry on.
The mage attacks in particular they're beautifully done. They're gorgeous. And they make the game literally unplayable in instanced play because you can't see the ground markings. Where are we headed now? This way. For me, the first one where I used the phrasing, can we please have a button for tone it the fuck down, was Hearthstone. The visuals in Hearthstone gave me literal headaches. I enjoyed Hearthstone. I played Magic the Gathering for years, so I enjoyed Hearthstone. It gave me terrible headaches. It gave me splitting headaches. Find the toxicity isn't as bad when playing Scourge. The visuals aren't particularly bad for Scourge, I don't think. In Guild Wars 2. Meant more about complaining about DPS. It depends on the content you're doing, I think. With the challenge modes having been added for a lot of the end game content, the really tough stuff that has now been upgraded from really tough to extremely tough, I can understand if anyone's trying to pug that. I could understand them catching shit if their stuff wasn't just about flawless. No, it's not as bad as the server melter builds in PoE, although those usually get nerfed simply because they break the servers. There are some GPU melters. Those are still around, certainly. Ever since DPS meters became a thing, everyone seemed to do more damage or get kicked. But playing as Scourge, most people don't complain. Wasn't doing any challenge modes. Yeah, if you're not doing challenge modes and you're doing any of the supports or even a support DPS or support heals, I don't imagine you're going to get too much, except out at the bleeding edge stuff. T4 fractals and pugging raids, maybe. And then anything for the challenge modes. Give me my... I now have Margaret the Sly unlocked. I'm going to call her Margie, just to bug her. Apply poison. Natural stride. Master of Whispers was the better hero. Oh, thank you. Now you tell me. If I'd realized there was a hero at the end, I would have gone. Because Master of Whispers Whisper sounds way cooler than Margie. Pardon the yawn. Oh, old man. All right, when we finish that, let's head back to the Sun Spear Sanctuary. That player has a character named Twisted Dark Solids. Is Twisted a title? But regardless, Dark Solid sounds ew. That's all, just kind of ew. Margaret is an R. I don't even know what an R is. They are level 18 though. I've got Jed up to level 19. Oh, Ranger. Oh, you mean like me? Yeah, that would explain why the skills that were just added were Ranger skills. And I'm going to fall back on... I must have suffered a recent head trauma. Ah, Necro. I have not had a Necro. Yeah, I have chosen poorly. This is not especially news. Choosing poorly is one of my specialities. So I am going to, I think, call it an evening here. We cracked level 20. Yay! What do you get for additional levels? Skill points, I'm going to assume. Pardon the yawn. Again. God. Skill point per level. Gotcha. But I'm going to call it here. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out, in particular the Guild Wars crew who's been hanging out while I've been playing. You've all been very kind, very generous with your advice, sometimes with fat loot. I am appreciative of all of that. Skill points to buy concepts at the end of the game, or skills. Tomorrow, my plan is to start streaming earlier. I will start streaming about noon Pacific time. That's 3 Eastern and 8 p.m. GMT, I think, with the new PoE, not League. Give me just a second. You know, it was worth it taking the time to ban a streamer with that name, or I should say a spammer with that name. So he's banned. Where was I? Oh yes, tomorrow, noon Pacific, I will be starting. You weren't done writing it down. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I can help you out. The name was Spooky Bestiality. Maybe send him a tell. Noon tomorrow. The new Path of Exile event. Not really a league. For those familiar with Path of Exile 1, not 2. All of the ascendancies have been replaced with brand new ones that are weird and overpowered for the most part. New tune for Guild Wars. No, good try though, fat buddy. So tomorrow I am off for PoE for probably through the weekend. I try on a new league, and for most intents and purposes, not intensive purposes, intents and purposes, it's kind of a new league because it's one I haven't played for 7 months. So it's like going back to Settlers of Kalgur, which I haven't played in forever. So that is the plan for tomorrow. Historically, in new leagues, which is mostly like, I try to play 24 hours over the weekend, the 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This time it'll be over a 4-day period, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get the maps by the end. Hopefully I won't hate it. Settlers of Cowgirls. You know? If by that we mean girls who like hats and boots, okay. If you mean girls that have actual udders, not so much. Not for me. I'm not judging though, so anyone out there who's into that, along with the streamer whose name I will not mention again, which included bestiality and is spooky. So that's my plan anyway for the upcoming streams. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out very, very much. Very special thanks to all of the Guild Wars streamers who've hung out here over the last, 6 days or something, and helped me either with advice and information or even with fat loot. Thanks, guys. I really do appreciate it. I am back noonish tomorrow with Path of Exile, Legacy of Frisia, which is a redo on the Settlers of Kalgor with new ascendancies all around. Lightning Strike, Blind Prophet. Probably what I'm playing. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Hey, I have the days of the week straight this time. I'm off until tomorrow. So have a great night. Take care and